Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. It is now round 9 of our MotoGP career mode, and it's time for my home circuit, the British GP of Silverstone. There on screen are my results. As you can see, the wet qualifying didn't do me any favours. It's not a bad result, but I just couldn't get into Q2, and I don't know how difficult this race is going to be, but boy heck, I'm going to try my best. So let's see what happens. So here we go then, boys and girls. I don't really know what to do here for the fuel situation, so I'm going to go for power steering 3 to start us off, and then I'll reduce down the power to see if that will help us within the corners. I did find it helped a little bit within the qualifying, but anyway, onto the brakes we go into the first corner. Bit of contact with Alex Rins. I'm desperate to try and gain up as many positions as I possibly can in this 5-lap dash for the cash here in the Silverstone GP, but up in the inside of a few more, a little bit of contact, rubbing his racing on Johan Zarco, leaning on him as we now dive into left-hander. I had to pick it up there, apologies to Nakagami. Oh, that was probably his best chance of a point this season, taken away from me on the first lap. Apologies, Taka, that was disgusting. I made a mess of that because I hit the apex and I had to lift up, and that's why I had to use Taka Nakagami as some sort of battering ram to keep me up. Oh, okay, alright Taka, okay mate. Oh god, yeah, fair enough, he really didn't like that lunge a moment ago, and I tell you what, I don't blame him, I deserve that, so that's fine, as long as Taka is okay with that, and so am I. But anyway, as it stands, we're in a bit of a tough situation here. Why am I just losing significant amount of positions here on the right hand side? I can't even turn in without riders overtaking me here in Silverstone. I noticed in the qualifying that I was down by a second by that second split, and into the third and fourth split I was able to pull it in a little bit, but wow, oh Raul, sorry mate, I could see that happening from a mile off, but oh, that's too tight to the apex. That's a track limit warning for me coming in the early stages of this sprint. Thankfully there's only 5 laps of this sodden track, but we now bring on the power. I don't think this track's going to dry out either, so the soft front medium rear combination, I don't know whether it was a wise choice really. Maybe I should have gone for the double soft. I don't even know if we'll be able to fight enough though, because the AI are just pulling away so much in the corners, aren't they? We really can't contend with them here. On the brakes we go. Oh, gonna get pushed off wide, possibly not. Around the outside of Joan Mir, that's quite funky. Take that, and I'll have it back going into the right hander. Nicely done. Into the curve 17 corner, nice. And now on the right hand side, oh god. I knew when I straightened up then it was going to have to hit Joan Mir. But onto the brakes we go then. And of course guys, there is the new funky subscribe button. I do hope you like it. I also hope you like the new transitions I've been implementing in our MotoGP videos and other videos as well, as Joan Mir gets a bit aggressive. Trying to spruce things up for our viewers as we make massive contact with Raul Fernandez, using him as the barrier, because unfortunately we cannot turn in like the AI can. So if they have such an advantage, then I'm going to use it as well, and I'm going to lean on them, so that's fair as far as I'm concerned. We're now down to where we started. We're actually going backwards. Look at the speed on the straights. I thought we just had an upgrade in power. What the hell's going on? And now to the left hand side, the front tyre is getting extremely warm. You'd think it was a dry circuit how warm that got then. And in a moment I'm going to be dead last here. Only Paul Espargaro is behind me here. I have... What is going on in this race? I thought I'd be a bit more competitive than this. The qualifying didn't seem that bad. But oh my god. Look how much time we lost on that right-hander. Yeah, this is going to be a nil-point performance from me here in the sprint. There's not a chance in hell I get back up to the 9th spot. But look at us now. This is evident how much we are struggling with this Tech 3 Gas team. Now you may say you took a victory in Assen. You've had a sprint podium, or at least two sprint podiums since then, I think it was. But honestly, it's down to the AI's situation. This one here is just simply down to a lack of power, and maybe because the AI are significantly stronger in the corners. But what I am most displeased with is that the Silverstone test looks so promising in the dry. Oh, Raul's going to get really peeved off with me now, isn't he? I don't care, Raul. There's nothing I can do, mate. The front tyre has got no tyre already. What has happened here? Oh, look at that move from Raul. Fair play, mate. Fair play. I didn't really... No way, Raul! What? Are you joking me? Are you kidding? Why would I go down there? Okay. Yeah, fair enough, Raul. I did kind of push him a bit too far there. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a disaster, but as I say, I can't believe it how promising the Silverstone test looked. I was within 1 second of the fastest lap time there. The wet conditions have come and the AI are just way too strong. In Moto 2, the AI were significantly stronger in the mixed conditions. Here, the AI is just too strong in the full wet, as well as... Well, I've not really done mixed conditions yet here in MotoGP 23's MotoGP side of the career mode. But for the rest of it, I have. And that soft front, yeah, that was a massive mistake. Within only 3 laps, the track is drying out now. And that front tyre is extremely warm, to say the least. This has gone horrible. I really hope the race is either full wet, or maybe we get a flag to flag or something, because I don't know what miracle we need in the next race, because look at their lap times. They're 2 minutes 6. The best I can probably hope for is maybe a 2 minute 9, 2 minute 10. Getting into that is going to be really difficult. I don't remember the lap time I set in qualifying here, but yeah, oh no. It's going to be one of those videos, guys and gals, I apologise. The 120% difficulty AI are just on another level when you are suffering so much in terms of performance. I don't know if you've been following my career mode very closely. If you have, then you already know this. But if not, and if you're new to the channel, you'll know, sorry, you won't know, is that our performance is dead last in the team comparison. I have a post somewhere on my community, and it's not by a little bit, you know, we're last. It's by a lot. We are really down at the bottom, and we have no signs of improving. Actually, even with the Silverstone test and the upgrade, we're still dead last. So I don't know how to fix this, and I am going all over the place now. This has been a shocker. Absolute shocker. I was beginning to feel under the weather today when I started recording videos, and you know what? Now I feel worse. I'm going to have to upload this monstrosity of a video to you guys for you to watch. I can only apologise, but it is what it is, and it's just... If there's one thing I can say, it's the transparency of my career mode. Every race has been 120% difficulty, and these ones are just proof that I'm so patient with this game and I'm so determined to eventually start having good results. Yes, we've had a few good results, but nothing has been on pure merit of being the better rider. Mostly it's because either AI has not been up to speed. Maybe in Le Mans we were really competitive in Le Mans in the sprint. I were able to fight with some good solid positions in that race. Hold Brad Binder back for third. Couldn't compete with the riders in first and second, which of course with the factory Ducati duo, which, yeah, what do you expect? Oh, I've lost the front again. Ah! Well, that was shocking. That was absolutely abysmal. Just, oh, let's just move on, guys. That is the sprint results. You know where I finished. I finished dead last with the no contest. Nobody really got points of significance. So, yeah, if you want to see the championship standings, let's take a look. And then we'll move on to the full feature race in just a moment's time. But as it stands, oh, we lost a position. We're still in the top 10 though, so that's not bad, but I think we're going to lose a lot more in this full race if conditions have not changed. So here we are then, guys and gals, the full race starting from the same spot, only difference being that it is now full wet rather than a little bit dry or drying out at the latter stage. I don't think there's any signs of this one drying as we get dropped on the start as always because we have zero power into... Oh, Joan Mir, I think he went down then. And I think I was responsible for that. You know what? I don't care. I just don't care anymore. Considering the difficulty level is just unbelievable in this game, I'm going to just go for it. The 120% difficulty in this game, in these conditions, is just not fair. So, yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to go absolutely gung-ho. Take as many positions as I possibly can, and then probably crash and burn as I don't know, maybe the tyres die or we just run out of fuel. I guess we'll figure it out as this video progresses. But now into left-hand side, Fabio Quartararo has been talking negatively about me on social media, it seems. So I think he'll make faces come up and say, tell you what, Taka Nakagami's in 12th. This could be his first points of the season in the 9th round. Could it be for Taka? That's the only thing I'm really interested in. Look at that. Into Woodcut, Digi Antonio and Espargaro went through me there like I was standing still. Ridiculous. Good to see Paul fighting for some positions. Of course, we both know how much the Tech 3 gas is suffering. To be honest, oh god, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? I could feel that as soon as I brought the power on. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. I was doing that in qualifying, it paid off, but I think we've rejoined the position at the right spot. Franco Morbidelli having a check, make sure I did it right. I think I did, because I actually lost a lot of positions to Paul, who's actually just 2 spots ahead of me. There's Raul Fernandez. Thanks a lot for the punt a moment ago into the sprint, but now into the right hand there. Paul, I apologise, but I am coming through. Not quite. Paul was a bit better around the outside, but in these treacherous conditions as it stands, we're fighting for what, 1 point if we get close enough up in the inside of Franco. Close to Paul. Not bad. Not a bad performance so far. Maybe the race won't be as bad as the sprint. I find that if the conditions are one or the other, it's not too bad. When they're mixed, it's really tough to fight the AI. The AI just seem to have... I don't know how to describe it. It's like they have one pace. They have a dry pace or a wet pace. And if it's mixed, they'll just choose a dry pace, for example. So then they just chuck in ridiculously fast lap times. That's the only way I can really explain it. They don't seem to suffer any of the issues that the player has. So they don't suffer the acceleration woes. So when we bring on the power, the bike sits up. They don't suffer with that. And they also don't have fuel degradation or tyre degradation. So fuel depletion and tyre degradation is what I probably should have said there. But into the slipstream of Raul. Here comes one of the Mooney VR46 Ducatis. That is Luca Marini. He's, of course, Repsol Honda bound in real life as Luca comes on through. Beautifully done. I think he's running the soft option Michelin as well. I think he would do, as these conditions are pretty bleak. Joan Mir, who went down at the start of this race, is 3 seconds behind me here, and Alex Marquez is down to 22nd. But onto the right hand side, gentle acceleration, and I just cannot live with the pace of the riders ahead of me. Can we brake? Oh, that's actually a clean move, that. Nicely done on Franco. In fact, speaking of Franco, he was the first rider to punt me out of a race this season. That was in Portimao. And then I got punted in Argentina by my teammate Paul, out of all the people I thought. Now into the left hand side. Okay, maybe a bit of momentum growing in the latter stage of this lap. But honestly, I think that's just down to the AI struggling in these couple of corners. Because the rest of it, they're just unbeatable. I can't beat them. They need a better player than me. Oh, and a better bike. Let's be honest. They need a lot more upgrades for our gas. But as I say earlier, even KTM are struggling because I'm still ahead of both of them. Both factory KTM riders in our championship as it stands. Granted, we did get the victory in Astana and the sprint victory, and a couple of sprint podiums, but ultimately we've had some really abysmal races where I think 3 or 4 races this season we haven't achieved a single point. Portimao, we didn't achieve any. Argentina, I don't think we got a point there either. And then in Le Mans featured race, we got no points. And I think after that we also didn't... Oh, Sachsenring. Oh, God, Sachsenring. Oh, the German GP was a disaster. We didn't get a single point there at all. We didn't even look close to getting a point. At least we didn't crash in that one, though. We were actually... Oh, did we? I don't remember. I think we actually stayed until the end, and I really continued to push and churn out every single lap. But here... Oh, nicely done from Franco. I like the way I lifted my knee up there just to avoid the contact with the number 21. I do really appreciate that in MotoGP, that when you do lift up ever so slightly, it looks real. Like, if you time it right, it looks like the rider's genuinely lifted his knee out of the way. It looks really cool. So into Brooklands. We're still holding on for 19th spot as Franco goes around the outside. Beautifully done from the man who will be on a Ducati next season in real life. Maybe I'll be joining him on a Ducati, who knows? A lot of speculation for my own MotoGP 23 career mode. Opportunities to stay with Gas, move on to a new team. I will say there's only one difference there, is that... Oh no, Franco. Oh, I thought I was going to hit him. The only difference being is that I have to be superstar rank to get a factory ride. So to consider a factory ride, of course, if you're not aware, is your factory Monster Energy Yamaha team, factory Repsol Honda, factory Ducati Lenovo GP23, and then of course the factory KTM as well. But also including that is the Prima Ducati as well, because they do have factory support. So those are the teams available for the best bikes of MotoGP 23. But I need to be the right level to acquire that status of being even considered for a possible opportunity for there. So as it stands, the gas we're with now, I don't think it's really a good idea to stay with them, because I just don't think our chances are going to be enough as we go extremely wide there for turn 17. I was hoping I could save it, but there was absolutely no chance, and I think that might be my last attempt of fighting with Franco for 19th. But let's see what we can do going into the loop, but I think at this point I've gone too far behind. But regarding teams, I would like to stay with Gas. That's my personal preference. I'd like to take this team from nothing to something, but we'll see. We'll really see. I think moving up to the factory KTM is a very realistic and solid option. I've not got the best of relationships with Brad and Jack, but we can work on that throughout the season, I'm sure. If any opportunities come in, I'll say nice things to them on social media. But I would like that bike there, the Repsol Honda. I'd like to take that from being a disappointment this season to something special this year. It just seems like a fun idea. Same with Yamaha as well, and I've always thought the Yamaha is the best bike in MotoGP to use as a player. I always love using it. But honestly, I've never used Ducati before in a MotoGP career mode, so I've got so many questions. I don't know which one to go for. I guess I'll just have to see what's available and make that decision when it comes. But as it stands, we are dropping back a lot, and this race is getting worse and worse. In just one more position we will be dead last, and that will conclude my worst home GP ever. That would just be shocking. Actually, I think I've had a worse home GP, referring to Ride 5's BMW HP2 Cup. I think that was my ultimately worst race ever. But into the left-hand side, following Alex Marquez, I just hope I can stay with... Yeah, it is me, Alex. Yeah, it's right. I am this far behind. Your Assen Grand Prix winner, sprint winner, multiple sprint podiums to see... What do you do? What can you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just beyond the limit. I was talking to someone the other day, and I was talking about how it looks like I'm on the limit in these videos. It's beyond the limit. I honestly can't. I don't feel I can go any faster. Of course, there is a lot of new things I can learn, and I've got to try and pick up on. Shifting is obviously an area that I struggle on. I need to improve upon that. But ultimately, the bike is just so weak. I used the same bike in a couple of videos, a couple of races on live GPs, and maybe a few practice and time trials. And compared to career mode, the bike is about 2 seconds slower, or 2 seconds faster, should I say. So in live GP, I was doing 2 seconds quicker than the laps I did with the career mode with this bike. So to put into context how slow this bike is, that's there, right there. I don't know if you caught wind of my Jerez GP, the live GP race I did a couple of days ago. It might have even been yesterday, as a matter of fact. I might have uploaded it then. That was probably one of my best performances in Jerez, and the lap times there were significantly different. We're talking 2 seconds quicker than what I did with the gas. And I actually felt great in the Jerez GP. I felt amazing with the gas in the career mode, and I thought that was good lap times, but it clearly wasn't. Not even close. We are suffering so much with the factory gas, and I don't know. We need a miracle. But I will tell you this thing. I'm not dropping the power. I'm not dropping the AI difficulty. Let's keep on going. I think, if I remember right, with Moto 2, it looked very similar. We went all the way up to Assen, thinking that the championship would not be possible. I think we were down by like 60 points at one point, maybe more. And I think I was like, this is it. We're not going to win this championship. I have no chance. I'm not going to win the MotoGP championship. That is guaranteed. But I think the next couple of races coming up could be worthwhile. Red Bull Ring of Austria is always a good one for me. I really enjoy that circuit. Moving into Misano, I think it's always a good choice. And there's another one in between there as well. Catalonia, also a really good track as well. So I'm hopeful that we can get some decent results. Maybe a couple of top 5s in there, maybe top 10s. And then we can get enough to upgrade this bike and hopefully get to that superstar rating, so then I have a chance of getting a decent bike towards the end of the season, or well, next season, let's say. So then on to the power. Let's try and get this one over and done with. I just want to say, guys, a big thank you if you're still watching this video so far. This has been probably tough to watch. It's been very tough for me to race, and it's quite miserable to be this far behind, but I've got to improve my wet riding. I don't know whether I'm just really bad in the wet, or if it's the AI just far superior. I really don't know, but I know I've still got a lot of practice to do. 100 plus hours in this game is still not enough to be the best that you think you are. You've always got to improve, and always got to look to improve as well, so we'll see what we can do. But I'm looking forward to moving on to the Red Bull Ring, I'll be honest. I feel that that's going to be a circuit that I will enjoy. I'd certainly hope so. Since we've had that upgrade in power, it could be beneficial, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? But I'm looking at, there's a couple of numbers and tracks that I'm looking at that I think could be fun. So Misano, Catalunya, Red Bull Ring all coming up. The Buda circuit might not be too bad as well. Qatar is a circuit I always love, so we'll see how that goes. With a little bit of a wobble onto the right hand side into Woodcut. And then there's a few more circuits just throughout the season that I think will still have a chance. Because as I said earlier in the video, I'm off the circuit again, this time into Cops. But as I said in the video earlier, Moto 2 looked extremely bleak all the way up to Assen, and then it looked like we were really able to fight the 120% difficulty AI for a championship. In Moto 3, I think it felt more or less similar as well, but ultimately we came out on top on that one, so who knows what's going to happen. I think we've got some good results coming. I think the videos, the content's going to be fun. Don't lose hope in me yet. Please don't get disappointed with this video. We will fight back, and we will have some good races in the near future, I can assure you. And failing that, we had a great live GP race yesterday for Horrendous, so definitely check it out as the front is wobbling. Look at that. It can't even stay straight into the corner. Possibly I'm using too much rear brake in the corners in the wet. Could be a problem. But I don't really like to use too much trail brake in the wet, and I think that's what I'm doing. I noticed in Moto 3, one time I was able to really sort it was I changed my riding style completely. Instead of trying to trail brake, you only do sharp, hard braking in a straight line. Anything else you don't really do in the wet, and I haven't heeded my own advice here, to be honest with you. I think I'm still stuck very much in the motion of riding this as if it was dry. I do feel if this was dry, we would have had a good result here as well. Maybe, I'm losing the front again. Maybe into the top 9 and for the sprint, and then possibly top 10 for the race. I think we could have done something special here, and it's a shame that we didn't get that chance, because I really wanted a good result at my home GP, and now things have got worse. Poor old Espargaro there, injury prone of course, as we know. He's down there to be 11 seconds ahead of me, which is by far one of his worst races this season as well. So again, the factory gas team are just struggling so much. We need upgrades. We desperately need it. We had a small improvement in Silverstone, but that's not going to be enough for the rest of the season. I guess we're going to have to wait till next season now for a decent improvement. But into Woodcut, that's very tight. Oh, we're off the bike! Oh my god! Oh, that's it. That's God. That's all. Oh my lord. Wow, apologies for screaming in your ear there, guys, but wow, that was ridiculous. That was one of the worst crashes I've ever had here in MotoGP 23. There's not a chance I can continue racing after that. Non-classified for this one. That was absurd. And now that goal of us trying to get top 5 in the championship has gone. Completely gone. So forget about that now. We're down to 10th, and we're still ahead of the KTM somehow. Oh, and poor old Taka didn't even get a point. I thought this would be the race. He looks so promising as well, but oh well. We're down to 8th spot, well still in 8th place, which is surprisingly not too bad. Not that far away from possibly 4th, but as it stands, yeah, we're dead last on the constructors, but I don't think I have anything else to add to this video. I'm just waffling. So guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Apologise for dying in that race. We'll be back next time in the Red Bull Ring of Austria. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.